think Pelosi's plane just landed in Taiwan.
Oh, can we see? Let's go right now, live to CNN.
It's got the American flag on it at the very least.
Required that President Biden call her to call it off.
It's like a decal.
Yeah. It'll be about half an hour before they wake her up and get her off the plane.
By the Russian President Vladimir Putin as he brazenly violated the territorial integrity of Ukraine in an ongoing invasion.
You have to call him the guy who wakes up Elvis.
What is the substance of China's claims for territorial integrity when it comes to Taiwan? Taiwan today, regardless of the one China policy, is a functioning democracy, a vibrant economy, supplies some 80% of the world's semiconductors. Does it have a leg to stand on, China?
Short leg.
Jim, what you described is accurate, and our goal is to keep it that way. To the extent that we provoke China into seeking reunification by coercion, then we are putting at peril the peace and prosperity that has enabled Taiwan to become that effective.
Now, here's the thing. I want you to sort of go along with me here. If that confused you, it confused me because he just said nothing. If we're talking about provoking, are you condemning Pelosi for visiting Taiwan? Or are you saying that China is in the wrong because they're trying to provoke a war? He's not being clear by design. This is why old media is dying.
Well, and this is why this policy has been terrible for so long. What he just said doesn't make any sense. China has a policy that they are reunifying with them and that Taiwan is a part of China.
Right.
There is no difference in their mind right now. And it's like, we don't want to poke the bear and just let's maintain the status quo and make the problem harder to solve later for somebody else to deal with.
Right.
That's why we're here today talking about this. And by the way, I had no idea that we actually had an island so close that's part of Taiwan. It's 5 miles off the shore. They have a small island right there. I'm like, what do you say to those guys? Be like, just take that. Yeah, we can't defend that. Look at that. Look at the little arrows. That's Taiwan as well.
Right.
That was the first island that they actually fled to when the government was fleeing China. Like, you guys, sorry.
Well, if you also look at the rest of the islands as it goes up, through up toward Japan, you look at those. It really is. It's a very quick march for China if they take over Taiwan. We talked about that at length with Ginger Snap, who lived in Asia for a very long time. Now, here's the deal. He just said, can we play clip D one more time? Play clip D one more time so you can just see how firmly they've taken a stand here in this administration.
Repeatedly said, we oppose any unilateral changes to the status quo from either side. We have said that we do not support Taiwan independence. And we have said that we expect cross-strait.
Didn't you just say you recognize their sovereignty?
Yes.
Again, if this is confusing to you, it's by design. For the same reason that people hated Donald Trump, you are confused right now. Because Donald Trump would say, no, look, Taiwan's its own. China, go screw yourselves. China virus. I'm sorry, Wolf, China virus. He'd create little limericks.
Just to piss him off.
Yeah, get the guy who dyes his hair with Nestle Quick to go alert the nation.
Yes. It's Hershey's, damn it.
Hey, that's what I do.
Oh my, get it right.
This is so stupid.
What do you do when you are this administration? This is what you do. You speak out of both sides of your mouth, and you make no sense. And this is exactly what should be expected from an administration who, by the way, they have their dick in a ringer because they have been worshiping the WHO. Remember, that is, for a while, it was the only authoritative source. And the reason was because the Imperial College of London study that said 2.whatever million people in the United States would be killed in the first 4 months, they had to disregard that. And so the only authoritative source they had left on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, you can check all the references at louderwithcrowder.com. Go in your time machine, go back to the videos back then. Some of the episodes were removed. The only one left was like, all we have left is the WHO. That was the only authoritative source.
Yeah.
That's why you thought that the coronavirus originated in my God, nature. So this is an administration who worshipped at the feet of the WHO. Why? Build Back Better. They want to be part of an international government. And now, well, what do? The WHO, keep in mind, this is the same organization who also, just like their little expert there, refused to acknowledge Taiwan's existence. Remember this?
The WHO considered Taiwan's membership.
Take off your shirt.
Hello?
I'm sorry, I can't hear. I couldn't hear your question.
Okay, yeah. Let me repeat the question.
No, that's okay. Let's move to another one then.
Right, because I'm actually curious on talking about Taiwan as well, on Taiwan's case.
That is bone chilling.
Yeah.
And how could he not hear? I haven't boxed his ears yet. So,
we'll just move to another question. I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Well, that's odd. Well, what a weird response.
You can do that?
Yeah, that's.
I had no idea you could do that.
Hey, do you remember the Taiwanese doctors that were trying to submit papers to the WHO to actually help and say, hey, we have some information that you guys may want to take a look at? And they were like, we can't because an island doesn't exist.
Those are enemies of democracy, enemies of accurate information online, just like all of us are more so enemies of the state than heads of Al-Qaeda. In case you didn't understand the rule. No. We need to keep an eye on domestic extremism and misinformation. Trust the WHO. Let's go to August 2nd. Again, going through this timeline here. The People's Liberation Army. I almost can't say it without throwing up a little bit. They're now mobilizing, of course, as Pelosi prepares to depart Malaysia. Right now this is happening where she's
walking down.
They're showing her landing, walking down.
Gingerly.
This is when people talk about how the GOP is the party of old guys. This is the party of people who can't walk down steps.
1997.
Or up.
Newt Gingrich at the time, of course, a Republican during the Clinton presidency. Will Ripley, he is in Taipei for us. Tell us how Taiwan has been preparing for this.
Well, they certainly haven't been telling us anything publicly on the record, reportable in sight.
Why wouldn't they trust CNN?
No,
the most trusted. You're the most trusted name in news.
I mean, you guys said you were.
But did they not hear James Earl Jones give the memo?
Yeah.
Weird.
They're saying, well, Newt Gingrich did this. This was the same kind of thing. I was like, this 25 years ago. Do you guys not understand how much has happened in 25 years?
Right.
Like you're saying that this is normal. This is a third-ranking person in our government. Going
Brian
over there.
Stelter walks off. He's like, this isn't Thailand.
How did I get here?
This is bull.
You don't have lady boys, do you?
Shows up with beads.
Or boys.
Gotten it all wrong. So, and this morning's the China's envoy to Pakistan, Li Bijian, tweeted that both of China, this is what I love too. Both of China's combat-ready carriers. By the way, for comparison, I think they have the second most. The United States has the most with 11. 11 active. One of them is being used for Top Gun 3. So 10.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. Another one of them is Val Kilmer's smoking room. So 9. But the point is China has both of their combat-ready carriers right now having left port.
在人民军队阔步前进的10年，10年来，辽宁舰始终牢记领袖正托，不忘初心，牢记使命。积极投身转型备战，航母编队体系作战能力建设取得了一系列突破。
And here's a quick video from WeChat showing that amphibious vehicles are on the move to the island that you just touched, Xiamen. Xiamen?
Yeah. Kinmen. Yeah, so where they are is 6 miles. I was wrong. 6 miles from Kinmen, which is part of Taiwan.
Right 6 miles.
Not very far.
Not very far. Kenmen is how it's pronounced?
Kenmen. So Xiamen is where they were in China, and Kenmen is the island.
I thought you were correcting me when I said Xiamen. No, that's not how they pronounce the X's.
No, I wouldn't do that. I would never fact check you.
I played Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
That's just 6 miles apart.
Yeah.
Think about that think about how terrifying that is for a second.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.